Hello and welcome to Ninqueso Almost Live, episode 38. Now, I've not been on for a little while. We've been reevaluating how we are going to do these podcasts. And I've decided we're doing them like this. We're not going to be doing them live anymore, hence the almost live, but we might do one or two live and we'll just leave out the almost. But anyway, let's get right into some of the news this week. Now, you may have noticed there was a Nintendo Direct last week, which I didn't actually do a reaction video on because it was on at 11 o'clock at night and I had to be up at 4:30. Although I did watch it while I was in bed. And it was alright, I didn't mind it. There wasn't much there that I sort of liked. If you've not seen it yet, why not? It was like a week ago. But they started off, they announced some DLC for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, which I've never personally played Monster Hunter games, so that didn't really mean much to me. We're not going to go through this in order. I've just got a list of everything they announced. I'm just going to briefly go over some of the things. We saw a bit more on Splatoon 3. Splatoon is one of those games that I like the idea of. I have both 1 and 2, but I've never been able to get into myself. I sort of play it and just sort of almost instantly drift away from them. We had some more info on Mario Party Superstars, which is looking quite good. I do like myself a little bit of Mario Party. Deltarune was shadow dropped with Chapter 1 and 2 now as combined, and I believe they are free. There was Shimigami Tensei was in a sizzle reel there. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, there was a little bit more on the expansion pass for that one, which again, it's not a game I've played, so I don't really have much to say on that one whatsoever. We saw some more Metroid Dread, which now I get they do need to push Metroid Dread as it is coming out very, very soon. But I think we've seen enough. We just need the game to drop, because I'm definitely going to get my hands on that one when it comes out. We had Dying Light 2 Stay Human, which is going to be a cloud version. Now, I've tried a couple of cloud gaming on my Switch, and I've never really had much luck with it. I tried to play Control when that came out with the cloud, and it just doesn't work well on my Switch, which is odd because I can do cloud gaming on my phone with Xbox Cloud, and it doesn't work. It's not too bad. It's not ideal, but it's playable. But with the Switch, I've just never had a good experience with the cloud gaming, so I'll be passing that one by. Mario Golf Super Rush is getting its second expansion, second or third, I can't remember, where we're getting Koopa Trooper and a Ninja to play as, plus 2 new courses, which I've not checked out yet. I do have Mario Golf, but I haven't actually got round to checking it out. Another big one that was announced that I think people were quite excited about was Castlevania Advanced Collection. Again, I've never played a Castlevania game more than a few minutes. So again, it's not really one that I'm going to be picking up. I might try and get it if it goes on sale at some point, but that was shadow dropped. We also had Square Enix as getting on the kart racing party on the Switch with Chuchubo GP. So it's like a Final Fantasy kart racing game, which I don't know, it looked interesting, but it's that thing, isn't it? It's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So it's always going to be up against that, which is going to make it very, very hard to actually stand out. So that could be it could be good, but it's got an uphill fight with the state of kart racing on the Switch. We also had an announcement for Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, which is okay. So this is on PlayStation 5. It's a timed exclusive remake of Knights of the Old Republic. So they're actually doing the original version on the Switch, which is coming out in November. So I think that's a nice little way to get the game out there. I think I've played a little bit of this, but not a lot. I do have it on my PC. So it might be nice to get it on the Switch. It's kind of a little bit easier to play on the Switch. Now, the two big things, well, there's 3 big things, but one of them is going to be covered in its own little segment. So we'll leave that one for a moment. But we finally saw... I'm doing the last one first because I'm more interested with the other one. We finally saw Bayonetta 3, which was... We actually had like a teaser trailer and then some gameplay as well. I've played about an hour of Bayonetta 1. It's alright. I'm intrigued by Bayonetta 3. I think I probably will end up picking it up. Whether I end up playing all the way through it or not, I don't know, but we'll see. But the one I think that stood out for me, and if you know me, you will not be surprised by this, is Kirby and the Forgotten Land. It just looks like amazing. And I am not a Kirby fan in the slightest at all. I've played a little bit of the original Kirby game on the NES. But I don't think I've not played it on the NES. I played the 3D version on the 3DS. But I only played about half an hour of it at most. I think I've got past the first boss, which, spoiler, is a tree. But yeah, I just really like the look of this Kirby game. It's like the way he walked, just the way he jumped and he sort of squished as he bounced. It looks so good. It really looked good. I definitely had like the... Mario Odyssey vibes about it, and I am really excited for that one, which should be coming out in spring next year. Fingers crossed that it doesn't get delayed. For me, that was the big standout of the Direct. Everything else was kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, nice. But the Kirby game, hell yeah, I want to pick that up. So 2 other things that were announced at the Direct were upcoming presentations. The final Smash character will be revealed. I believe it's October 5th off the top of my head. I could be wrong. I do apologise if I am. But we'll be having a full presentation of the final Smash character will be revealed, and the in-depth look at the gameplay will happen after that. Now, personally, I kind of think they didn't add this into the Direct because they didn't want this either overshadowing everything else they were announcing, or people disliking the Direct, because the last character, it doesn't matter who the last character is, it is not going to live up to expectations. I honestly personally think it's going to be a first party character. I don't think it's going to be the Master Chief or the guy from God of War, or is it Sora everyone keeps mentioning online. I mean, personally, those 2 characters, none of them mean anything to me, so... It'll be interesting to see who it is, and we will find out very, very soon. So that should be exciting. But don't be disappointed. There's already enough people in there. It doesn't matter who it is. Just be happy. And the other thing that was announced, which we will be hearing more about in October at some point. They haven't given an exact date yet of when this Direct will happen. But we're getting an Animal Crossing dedicated Direct. Now, they showed a little teaser trailer where the Brewsters was coming back, and it was in the museum. I was like, I know Brewsters was in the 3DS version. Was it the 3DS version? I believe it was. I don't remember it being in the museum. I don't remember where it was. It's been a while since I played that game. But yeah, Brewsters. Now, because we're getting a whole Direct on Animal Crossing, that I honestly believe there is going to be some very substantial updates for this. I mean, there better be. I've not played Animal Crossing that much at all lately. I've dropped off of it probably about 6 months ago now, I guess. And yeah, it'd be nice to have something to draw me back, but it's going to have to be a lot to get me to return. So that'll be an interesting one to see. And the final thing that I'm going to mention about the Direct was the expansion pass, the Nintendo Switch Online. So, as we all know, Nintendo Switch Online is needed to play online games, and you also get some NES and some SNES games. And in October, they're going to be releasing what is called the Expansion Pass, where for slightly more money, again, they haven't actually said how much this is going to be yet. So that is going to be a very, very crucial point to whether this is worth doing or not. But we will be getting Nintendo 64 games. And, I mean, I didn't see anyone predict this anywhere. We're getting Sega Mega Drive games as well. Genesis if you're in different parts of the world, but I'm in the UK, so it's the Mega Drive. Okay, you're wrong. So with release, we will be getting Super Mario 64 which explains why we can no longer buy Super Mario 3D All-Stars, Mario Kart 64, Star Fox 64, Yoshi's Story, Zelda, Ocarina of Time, Winback, Mario Tennis, Dr. Mario 64, and Sin and Punishment. Mario Kart 64, battle mode, online. I know I'm only going to be able to play with like friends on my friends lists, but hell yeah. To me, that's really is like calling my name. It's going, Ninqueso, you must get the expansion pass. Everything else on here, apart from Winback and Dr. Mario 64, I do have other means of playing at this precise moment in time, either on my Wii U or my Wii, or I've got the original cartridges. I've never played Winback. I don't really know anything about that one, so that'd be an interesting one to check out. But yeah, online Mario Kart 64 is where it is at for me. We will also be getting, like, they also showed some games that they are planning to release later. So these ones will be coming up at unspecified dates, so who knows how long we'll have to wait for these. But they also showed that we were getting The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask, Mario Golf, hell yeah, the N64 Mario Golf, Pokemon Snap, F-Zero X, Kirby 64, The Crystal Shards, Paper Mario, Banjo-Kazooie, which is big because, you know, Rare made that one, and obviously Rare is owned by Microsoft. So hopefully we should be able to get some more Microsoft games in, and some more Rare games. And in Japan, we're also getting Custom Robo and Custom Robo V2. One of the things that I'm not really personally that concerned, but I know a lot of people online were like, oh, this is bad, is the fact that the European and UK Direct showed the games running what people suspect were at 50 hertz. Because originally when the N64 came out, in the UK, we got the games running at 50 hertz, not 60 hertz like it was in the other parts of the world. So basically, that means the games run a little bit slower. Now, as I've never played the other versions, I don't think that will really bother me because that's what I'm used to. But it would be nice to have the option. I know, like, when you switch on the GameCube and the games that support it, will ask you, do you want to play in 50 hertz or do you want to play in 60 hertz? And you can just choose. It would be nice if the ROMs would do that, so you could play them at what other people are playing them at, or what you are more used to. I mean, the other option is just to create an American account and a Japanese account and just download the N64 app there as well, and then you'll get access to those versions. So it's not like a massive deal breaker or anything, but it's interesting to see, like, what if that is the case or not, because we've had like a few videos up online of people like comparing the trailers, but obviously it's such a short clip, it's hard to tell. But moving on to the Mega Drive, at launch we will be getting Castlevania Bloodlines, Contra Hard Corps, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, Echo the Dolphin, Golden Axe, Gunstar Heroes, Musha, Phantasy Star 4, Rise Star, Shining Force, Shinobi 3, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Streets of Rage, and Strider. Now, I think these are a nice little bonus to include, and it was very unexpected because obviously everyone was talking about, oh, Game Boy Color is going to be coming to the service, and like no one was mentioning Mega Drive whatsoever. It's odd that a lot of these games are already available on the Switch, either individually or as part of the Sega Mega Drive collection that they have on the Switch, which I do own. So I've already got access to a lot of these games anyway, so these don't really mean much to me. But it's a nice addition to have, especially if you don't have the other ways of playing it. And finally, with the Nintendo Switch Online, they did announce that they will be selling an N64 controller and a 3-button Sega Genesis controller. Oh my god, I called it a Genesis, not the Mega Drive. Ah, curses. Like the Mega Drive controller, I never liked that back in the day when I owned a Mega Drive. I didn't like it. So I won't be getting that one, but I do want the N64 controller. And it'll be interesting to see what they do with that, because obviously, like the original N64 controller had the expansion port on the back, so you could plug a memory card in, you could plug the rumble pack in. So I'm sure like the memory pack stuff will be simulated just by like file saves on the game. But it'd be nice to know if you actually have a rumble in the N64 controller, because they're asking a lot of money. I believe it's like £40 that they want for each controller. And to look at them just from the pictures they've shown, they do look just like they did originally. So it'll be nice to know what they've done to them. I know the N64 one, like pictures have surfaced a couple of days after the Direct, where the share button, home button are all on top of the controller. I don't believe we've seen pictures of the actual back yet. Can you imagine if it's actually got the expansion pack there and you can plug an original rumble pack in? Because I do have my rumble pack still. So that'll be fun. So that is what I'm looking forward to from the Direct. And I'm definitely getting myself an N64 controller just to see how good it is. So although this was announced at the Direct, I'm giving this its own little talk because it's interesting, to say the least. But they revealed during the Direct, Shigeru Miyamoto popped his little head up and said, "Hello." And they gave us the cast for the Mario movie. And it's interesting, to say the least. Now, the biggest one is obviously who's playing Mario, and it is going to be Chris Pratt, which will be a thing. We've got Anna Taylor-Joy as Peach. I have no idea who she is. Charlie Day as Luigi. Again, I have no idea who that is. Jack Black as Bowser. I know who Jack Black is. Keegan Michael Kay as Toad. No idea who that is either. Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. Fred Amis as Cranky Kong. Who? Kevin Michael Richardson as Kemek. Again, who? And Sebastian Manis... I'm going to butcher this name. Maniscalco as Spike. Now with that one, I'm going to go, who to the actor? And... is that the Spike baddie? I don't really know who he's playing. I heard rumours like because I believe this guy announced it on Twitter a while back that he was actually off to film a voiceover for Spike, and I think people seem to think Spike is Mario and Luigi's boss in Wrecking Crew, so it's probably that character that he's playing. Yeah, that's the cast for the Mario movie. It's means nothing to me. I know, like Chris Pratt, I can't vision how he's going to do Mario, but I'm sure they've cast it well enough. We'll find out. I had no expectations for this movie. It's like, when I heard this movie was announced, I wasn't expecting anything good of it. So the fact that this cast has come out, it's not changed what I'm expecting the movie to be. It's either going to be absolutely diabolical, average, or okay. You know, it's not going to be a masterpiece, because it just isn't. It's a Mario movie. What are they going to do? It'll be interesting to see what they're going to do. And I think when the first clips come out, the internet will explode again, like it did when the actual announcements were made. But yeah, I'm not going to sit back and go, oh my god, this cast is awful, the movie's doomed. Because at the end of the day, the people making it don't want the movie to fail. So they're putting in who they personally think are the best suited for the film. I mean, we don't know the context of how this is going to happen. We don't know the story, the plot, or anything like that. So I'm sure these the actors will be fine at what they need to do. But until it actually comes out and we start seeing clips, I just think just chill, man. Just chill. It'll be what it is. If you enjoy it when it comes out, that's good. If not, that's bad. But don't get your expectations up. Don't get disappointment up. Just wait and see. We interrupt this podcast for a quick word from our sponsor, Persnickety. Thank you so much for our sponsor. Let's get back to the talk. So, in other news, because some other things did happen, the Super Nintendo world will be getting a Donkey Kong themed expansion, and it is set to open in 2024. I might have enough money by then to actually go to it myself. So yeah, this should be interesting. It'd be nice to see if this keeps growing. I know the timescale is big, so it's going to... And obviously they want that in a theme park because they want someone to go and then a couple of years later be like, have another reason to go back. So it's nice if we get like... So we're getting Donkey Kong and then hopefully we get some other Nintendo franchises. Metroid would be good. Like a futuristic-y thing. So I think that would be really nice. It would be such a contrast to what's already there. So this is, like you say, this is planning on opening in 2024 in Japan. And I would like to go. If anyone wants to sponsor me to go to make a video, just let me know. So we had a new trailer for Pokemon Arceus that is coming out in January next year, which I was happily watching away. Then at the end of it, I was a bit like, I don't recognise that Pokemon. And there's a good reason I didn't recognise the Pokemon. We actually saw a new Pokemon at the end of the trailer. And from the limited research that I've done, I've looked at one news site, it's actually a new evolved form of Scyther. And it is called Kleavor. Now, I've probably said that wrong, but Pokemon names are very hard to get right. And the little blobs... The little blurb says, even a casual swing from one of Kleavor's large axe-like arms is capable of delivering a devastating blow, dealing massive damage to the hardest of opponents. Now, I do like that we're getting new Pokemon in this Pokemon Legends game, because obviously it's not a mainline Pokemon game, and they normally don't add new Pokemon into things like that. I know we got like Melton added in with which was added as a combination of Pokemon Go and Pokemon Let's Go, but I do have hopes now that we might get some more Pokemon in Arceus. And please, Nintendo, don't show them. just keep it a secret so that when we're playing, all of a sudden we can be like, whoa, what the hell is that? Because I'm already sold in this game. You don't need to show me much more to like get me to buy this on day one, because I'm already buying it on day one and I want the surprises. But the fact we've actually got a new Pokemon in here is like, it's exciting, because I'm really hopeful that we get some more, and we get some more great things with this game, because it is such a departure from what they'd normally do with Pokemon. Nintendo, Pokemon Company, don't let me down. And finally, continuing with the really crazy Pokemon plushes that keep getting released, we have a new one. We have got a Growlithe. It's actually an Arcanine that looks like it's pretty much life-size. It's huge. I'm not going to lie. It's like gigantic, and you can lean on it, you can cuddle with it. But it's releasing in late May in 2022. You're going to be able to get it from the Pokemon Center in the US. And it's going to be $449.99. It's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. And it's like you can't even sleep inside this one. You know, not like the Gengar. But it's like, you know, if money was no object, I would have all of these. It just looks so crazy. It is huge. Okay, so the actual text here, it measures about 27.5 inches high and 59 inches wide. Jumbo size for jumbo fun. Embroidered facial features and paw pads. Wow, and it's a Pokemon Center original. Now, it doesn't say here if there's any plans to bring it out in anywhere else in the world. But if you want to go to America and spend $450, you can walk away with an Arcanine of your very own. And we have reached that part of the podcast where I answer the questions from you, the listeners. But this is the first time I've done one in a while, so we have no questions from listeners or viewers. If you are watching this on YouTube, you can just leave a question down there in the comments and I will be answering it on next week. If you do not have the YouTubes, or you are listening to this as an actual podcast, you can find me on Ninqueso on Twitter, where you can just leave a hashtag Ninqueso live and I will get back to you on that one as well. Hopefully we'll have some questions for next week. If not, I might make some up. thank you so much for joining me. I will be getting these podcasts done a little bit more regularly now. I'm going to aim for trying to get them done once a week. I will be trying to get Miss Bree back on. This recording one was like very impromptu, so I didn't actually ask, but I'm sure Miss Bree will return and we will start having conversations about donuts and games that we're playing and things like that. But thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate that you choose to spend some time listening to my humble opinions on the news stories. And remember to like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, or to leave a review if you are listening to this on your favourite podcasting place. Until next time, see you later.